It does snow in Alabama. But there's always somewhere you can stay that there's not a lot of snow falling on you. You can't build just one snowman. You gotta push the limits so stay out until your hands can't take it no more. Now, I'm sure that I hadn't checked all the laws that the federal government's passed, but I'm sure that I've probably violated some federal laws by building these snowmen so different and not without just a big, medium, small thing. I didn't put a carrot in its nose or charcoal or whatever for its eyes. I didn't make a mouth on them, but I mean, have any of y'all ever talked to a snowman? Have they told you that's what they want? I've never talked to a snowman. A snowman's never talked to me, so. But I give each one of these snowmen a personality. And I don't like just stacking 3 up because that's what everybody else does. Why do you want to be a communist and do like everybody else? On top of building snowmen that wasn't just all the same, I drove my truck down a hill just like that. Now, it's a private drive and there was no one around, but that's probably a violation of federal law too. And if you notice, I ain't got no antenna on my truck, so that may be some sort of violation of law. Well, I've been working about an hour on these snowmen, and my hands are cold, my shoes are wet, my toes are starting to get cold, end of my thermometer finger that got cut and tells me when it's too cold. It's hurting real bad, so I'm fixing to go in. But I don't like building snowmen, or just like everybody else, 3, a big, a medium, a small. There's probably a federal regulation on that you have to build a snowman with 3. I built one over there. Someone else built one over there. I built the unique individual ones, but they're fixing to fall. They're already fixing to fall. But I will, as president, if you let me elect me president, I will protect your right to build snowmen any way you want to build them. You can build them with 3 or 2 or 4 or 5 or 10. You can build them a foot tall, 10 foot tall, however tall, however you want to do it. Your choice, your freedom. But there's probably a federal regulation that forbids us from doing this, that you gotta build 3, or maybe I built a snowman without a hat. That might be some federal violation. I might have, I didn't wear a glove, so that might have been a federal violation. Yeah, somebody who likes to look up silly stuff like that can look up your state laws and federal laws and see the what's legal and illegal when it comes to building snowmen, because I'm sure in this country there's laws about how you can and cannot build snowmen, which is kind of ridiculous. Unless it's for safety purposes, that's, you know, that might be okay. Now, of course, for all y'all who have no sense of humor whatsoever, I'm just being silly. I'm not being serious. But there is a problem in our country about individuality and people having to be just like everybody else to fit in. And in America, where we got a constitutional right to live your life the way you see fit, these different snowmen are just a funny way of saying that we need to secure all of our rights that protect our individuality, that protect our way of life, even if it's not the way you live your life. You shouldn't be sticking your nose in other people's business when what they're doing isn't hurting anybody. They're just being themselves. I approve this last part of the message. I wrote it and approve it. Paul Pettus, 2020-2024. When it snows, get out and have as much fun as you can safely. But enjoy it at least 5-10 minutes, or an hour if you're old like me.